She murdered him. Oh. What a great case, by the way. What a great case. Totally worth the length. How dare you try to pin a crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. Get her ass, Edgy. Get her ass. You didn't see that. You're a liar. You're a liar. A lot of corruption going on. A lot of corruption. I'm just saying. Order. See, we don't like. See, you don't like it either. Yeah. Throw all the insults at this guy. But Daddy, I love him. That kind of stuff, right? Alright, this is defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth, knowing you already figured it out. Who the owner of the ID is, huh? Pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday, you know, why didn't we just wait for Emma outside of, you know, Gantz's office? Saying. Officially charged with anything. True? Not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from the list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right, and Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty. But she didn't do it! I'd figure you say as much. That's why I came here. To hear what you have to say. Oh. Alana's hiding something. And the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright. Can't stop eating these. Defense is ready. Prosecution is ready. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Huh, Chief Gant? I don't like it. I don't like that his suit matches his face too much. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Uedji. Been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Then I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Oh, look at all this blackmail and just like, Mind you, we couldn't find her. She wasn't showing up to court. Now all of a sudden, you know? One simple request. What's your request? Immediate end to this trial. Huh? I think press all charges against me. On February 21st, I murdered. Dude. What does he have on her? Seriously. No, Lana. You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. And I'll require your services. Huh? Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven the case testimony and circumstantial evidence. I'd like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Okay, bitch, go to jail then. Go to jail then. I don't, fine. Whatever. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. Really? This is what we're doing? No, this is what we're fucking doing? Yeah, thank you, Edgeworth. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut? Hmm? I'm just like, the queen of making everything harder than it has to be. You're fucking right, though. You're pissing me off. Just fucking tell me. Don't think I care for your tone, Chief Ant. What? Ooh! Get him, Edgy. Get him. Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes? Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. Ooh! He's standing on all 10 toes. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal. Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. No, tell her. Tell her. Fuck what she has to say. The exposure to truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Ooh, high tech. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, Chief Gant? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Miss Emma Skye, please. Take the stand. Oof. The drama, right? Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister. I want to be a scientific investigator. You say you're in high school, dude. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Hi, Heavy Hero. Hi, Tech. How we feeling? Yeah, we're on the last trial of the first game. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. In an incident that was resolved 2 years ago, really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Very well, okay then. Sure gave in fast. Now, please testify what happened to you 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. 2 years ago. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in, took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. You didn't see that. You're a liar. You're a liar. We're pressing. I passed out. I don't remember much. Oh, I'll never forget. But I don't remember much. Next sentence? Okay. Okay. That'll seem to apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I'm annoyed. Alright, we're pressing Emma on... Where is it? This one. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of the year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out. Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything. Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image in the scene of my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yeah, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Hear more! So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago. Yeah, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yeah, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? Well, Miss Wright, have you heard enough? About the picture? This picture, the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning. Well, the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added the statement to your testimony? Yeah, I drew a picture of the scene of crime, but it seems it had been lost. Excuse me. Is it on the evidence list? Well, he said it wasn't, though. Mr. Edgeworth, This little girl put all of her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would have insisted on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for this case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! Please turn it over, Your Honor. Ah, what's this? Yes, what is this? Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? The lists. They're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. Oh, scandalous. These two lists fit together to form one. You could see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half the evidence in the case ever reached you. What? What? A lot of corruption going on. A lot of corruption, I'm just saying. Order! But Miss Scott, why'd you draw your picture on back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor. Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable. It's possible. Let me... Ah! Something wrong? You even have to ask. Sorry, Your Honor. There was need something drawn on the back of my list. That's that thing. That's that thing. Dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this is active vandalism. Is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? You know, what's she thinking about? What happened? What's more? Tell me. Stop hiding things from me. Emma's picture. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in the instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? I don't think we use any of this. ID card, rubber finger, Goodman's rubber glove, evidence locker, unstable, incident files. What is in here? Okay, maybe that. It was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture is exactly what I saw in that instant. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one. It seems right. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you would simply point out the contradiction for us. What part of the picture contradicts autopsy report? Is it here? Because he got stabbed in the lung, but then the arm is covering it. You know? But we're missing a tip though. We're missing the tip. That sounds bad. Anyway. Do you like Listerine Pop-Tarts? What? Do you like Pop-Tarts? I do like Pop-Tarts. I like the brown sugar cinnamon one. That one, cherry and blueberry. Those are the top 3. Oh, Mark, go away. Yeah, there's so much evidence, right? It's ridiculous. Look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see the tip is broken. Its tip is broken too. Tip of the knife was found broken in the victim's body. It was a conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. Haven't tried s'mores yet? I did like s'mores, actually. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Ah! What's the meaning of this? What if he's not dead? Is he really dead? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. Oh, this is so scandalous. The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time. She said she was surely remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There's another explanation. Chocolate chip, wild berry, and strawberry, and a holy trinity of Pop-Tarts. I don't think I've had chocolate chip. Wild berry sounds good though, and I do love the strawberry. I used to hate though in school, they would give me like the strawberry ones, but they would take the frosting off, so it was just plain, and I was like, no thank you. Absolutely not. For nutrition, I was like, not eating this Pop-Tart. I'd eat the string cheese though. S'mores is the best one. I did like s'mores. It's not my favorite though. Have you forgotten already about a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, Wright. All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. I love Edgeworth. I love everyone's like responses when they're like, oh shit, like they found out something, you know? Order! Order! Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. What, Heathen was scraping frosting off the Pop-Tarts all morning? No, literally, there's Pop-Tarts that come without the frosting to be like healthier. Even though we all know Pop-Tarts aren't really good for you. But you know, and I was like, ew, you know, I tried it, hated it. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there was a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's? Could there have been one? Could there have been one? Wait, what was the question again? Something on a broken knife. Fuck, what was the question? Think. I pressed the button too fast. There has to be another one. Emma can't be mistaken, so I'm gonna say this one. This doesn't make sense. If the witness is adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error. Mr. Wright. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. Mark, go away. I assume then that there had been some information about this other broken knife. If so, please consider enlighten us. I do know those. I thought that someone was actually taking the time to scrape it off and was like, you're willing to do this? No! Imagine. Oh, wait! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? This is it. Hi, Jean. How have you been? Welcome in. Welcome in. We're solving our last case of 2023. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding? We were wondering why it was gone. There it is. As we earlier concluded that the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife, this being the case, the knife the witness saw was all in the likelihood from this award. Order! Order! Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in his dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because the King of the Prosecutors Award knife was the murder weapon. Then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh! I think I've been good. Nice. It is the last stream. Hi, Pamcha. Welcome in. But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Actually, no. Wait, I remember now. I remember everything. Witness? Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? His list? The one with the picture scribbled on the back? Flip it over. I knew it. The picture. I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. Hate this song, by the way. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Okay, good. Perhaps it would be best if we added this witness testimony. Would you please tell us what you recall? Yes, Your Honor. First, the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger. This should be interesting. What if it's not the blue badger? Where does this jar come into place? The other hidden evidence, you know? When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Is it the vase? Is it the jar? The vase? The jar? Whatever the fuck that thing is that we had to like put back together? Try impossible. Chief of Detectives hasn't designed him until this year. Didn't even exist 2 years ago. Shut up, Lana. You don't have a say in this bullshit. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why don't you leave it at that? What if Emma did it? That's why she's trying so hard to like protect her. It's too late to turn back. Yep. Silence! Yeah, cross-examination. Let's do this. Let's do this. Emma's recollection. Alright, we are going to... When the blue badger, I feel like has to do with this jar. How are you? I'm a little sleepy. But it's okay. I'm gonna finish this case. I guess it's kind of the shape. Was in fact this, but that's... What exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't even look anything like the blue badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint. Oh! Wait. This way? How do I don't know what's right. How do you make it look like that? I don't think that's right. Thanks for the posture check and the stretch. Oh yeah, no, it's a stupid thing. The angle exactly right? Fuck. Okay, how do you make it look like it though? Oh, like this? Like this? Isn't right. God damn it. Fuck. Hi, Billy. You just want a guide? Happy holidays to you too! Fuck! I thought it looked like it! It didn't look like it! You guys didn't see it? Like, you know? I see it! This looks stupid. How do you... I'm gonna have to Google this? I should be able to do this immediately? What? I'm about to Google this because I don't have the time or energy to be dealing with this bullshit, you know? Don't have the time or the energy. How do you make it look exactly like that? What? Am I tripping? Does that look like it? Probably not, huh? No? Don't give in? Does that look like it? I don't think so. And I fucking hate this song too, so it's even worse, you know? It's even fucking worse. Okay, I'm assuming these handles like have to be the ears, but what? Okay, think, Kiana, think. Fucking think. This is bullshit. That's what I think. Do we see it? Does this look like it? Let's try this again. To get it! Yeah! 2 times! I could not do this song 12 hours straight. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, it can't be! I feel like the way I did it didn't really look like it, but I'll take it. The mysterious blue badger witness on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we can enjoy Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I feel like we get quick as hell. It took me 20 times to get the angle just right. No, this game is really picky though. Like even on the fingerprints, I was like, bruh, what do you mean this isn't? I see the fucking fingerprint. What do you mean? I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed? Very well then, please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? What if this is the murder weapon now? No, that would change the location. The murder weapon is still the knife. The murderer, I'm gonna say this one. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At the very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in the picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on the shelf of the office of Damon Gantz. But the body was lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Queen Jaguar, hello! Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Yes, and it is these 2 facts that reveal what actually transpired. Oh, hi, Deb! Well. Happy 28 months. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gantz. That's interesting, though. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gantz's office to Lana Sky's office? Yeah. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what the reason was, Mr. Wright? Finally figured it out, so this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. 21 is wild, right? Hi, Queen Jaguar! How's stream going? Oh my god, this case is so long, but I need to know. I need to figure this out. Okay, we're gonna figure this out together. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? It would have to have been the impact of the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? Ah! The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yes. Wow, he didn't murder him. Ah! And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yeah, there's another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility? Of course, the perpetrator, would have no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? Leaving the places the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually prosecuting Neil Marshall. She murdered him! Oh. I knew Lana was trying to cover up for her. Wow, this makes so much sense. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? Ah! My eyes are low-key tearing up right now. Oh. Not the thud. My controller vibrated so hard right now too. That's crazy. I never imagined testimony would lead to this. That's why they didn't want her to testify. So was the witness who took the victim's life and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. What a great case, by the way. What a great fucking case. Totally worth the length. What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin a crime on her? Imagine that, coming from you. Get her ass, Edgy, get her ass. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about Emma, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in this incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has to be a wild goose chase from the beginning. I hate when she turns her back to us, like, bitch. Touche, Miss Sky. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still no possibility in her? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another. That's impossible. What's that? Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left for you. A message from the deceased. This is just such a message. It's on the jar. I don't know what his message says, but there is stuff on the jar. There is stuff on the jar. I'm telling you, this message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek, the truth. Hi, Void. Hi, mamas. I'm so sorry. I'm very into this right now. I'm so sorry. I need to check this game. You look like you are always having a good time. I am so invested if you haven't noticed. I am just, woo! Can we get a shout out for Void? That's the bestie. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys the message from the deceased. Hello, right here. The message, oh, this is the message left by the deceased. This is the blue badge from before, right? Oh, is he going to speak just the killer's name? Nothing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this jar. A message was left here on the surface of the jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, You see a faint trail of blood on this jar. It looks like something wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there's a line here, drawn in blood. So what are you saying? That the dots were once lines? Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped through the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent. I'm glad it's been so long since I played because I forgot a lot. Yeah, no, this case is long, so yeah, totally get that. But it's so good. So good. Speaking of that, one thing I wish, oh, sorry, it scrolled. Let us know how long to be in prison for. Oh, yeah, no. I love this case. And people were very torn about it. I actually really love it. I think it's so good. Even if Lana gets off for the murder, her behind is still getting locked up. Oh, yeah, no, 100%. She forged so much evidence. Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Oh, no, don't make me do it. Don't. Connect the lines how? Huh? Oh, is this spelled E? This is an M. I see it now. Oh, I see it. Can I connect that? I think that's fine. Take that! Trials and Tribulations is my favorite. Is that the next game? Well, the next trilogy or whatever? That's all I've been thinking about, the same as Lana. After all of my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. Oh. Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. I can't stand this guy. Chief Gant, do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in this case, were you not? Ugh. Yes, Worthy. Because of you? An innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter, even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence of forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Sorry. Despite what anyone may say, the fact cannot be denied. Woo! His suit does match his face. It pisses me off. Get a different color. How can you just stand like it wasn't his fault? Seriously. Order! Order! So the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Trying, who knows? Damn, I'm late. You're on time. What are you talking about? You are on time. God damn. Okay, I have to be almost done, right? I have to be almost done. Time is it? Hey, it's 11 now. It is 11 o'clock right now. Okay. February 25th. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. I love Gumshoe. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Ow. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around on duty all day. Happy taking on having you running errands again. Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked me to give you this. There was a break in today's trial. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval. Oh. Oh, you're right, you're right. The chief prosecutor also wanted to give you this message. A message. She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're going to need this book. You the mixer getting the sub to Detective Gumshoe. He's a homie. He's a real one. Doesn't look like that book will do any good now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, Detective. Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Despite all these allegations being thrown at me? Mr. Edgeworth, the real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What is there left to do? Your credibility's all been ruined. Oh, all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma's guy found out she was unwittingly caused a man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal. You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? And we're gonna expose him. Absolutely. Absolutely. We gotta get his ass. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Stretchy stretch. We're getting serious. Serious. Okay. I'm ready. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness, but cuff. This isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses? I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking, and... Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. Undeniably, this is unusual. But a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Unbelievable. Very well. I made a Philly cheesesteak. Fire! I can't remember last time I had a Philly cheesesteak. You do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is good as over. The defense calls... Oh ho ho, where's his ass? He matches his fucking suit. And he stupid just stares all the time and makes me wait. I can't stand him. Damon Gant? What do you have to do with anything? As the defendant partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. You would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True. Alright, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir? Worthy. Are you sure you want to do this? I swear. Your name and occupation. You're wasting my time. So, you want to play hardball? Please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto. What's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this incident. Oh, you mean the time when Lana's sister murdered the prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all this. Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You are aware, of course, that the police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Sure. Take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. Of course, such an action carries with certain risk. Don't worry. I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, not you threatening me. The ruffled necktie. Oh no, his necktie is sick. I just hate that his suit matches his skin color too much. He looks like a giant fucking like orange. Like you couldn't have gotten a different color. You know, you couldn't have red, black, pink. I don't fucking know. You know, something different. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with this forgery. Okay, bitch. Is that when Dark was arrested? Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. He's like caramel or something. You could have copped something from Temu real quick before the trial. Not Temu. I see. Everything seems pretty clear cut. No, it doesn't. But the police chief has... Oh, wait. I pressed button too fast. Then I better hit him hard and fast. Alright, we gotta call him out on how he hid that last piece. That's all I'm saying. Where is it? That power, the one, whatever it says, like, I didn't do any of the forgery. You bitch-ass, lying-ass bitch. Absolutely. You're a fucking liar. You're a liar. That's what you are. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that's a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example. That's the blue badger you showed us earlier. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. It was found where? You see, Chief Gant, these are articles of evidence uncovered in your office. Are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Chief Gant, what is the meaning of this? Oh, here's the defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery? Who? Me? What do you mean? You? Or do you mean you? Sorry. Me? What am I gonna do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto? However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. None of detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. What? Drops me for the one up paying no work. Hi, June. How we feeling? Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. I hate this guy, by the way. Bing, bing. Let's see. What was it now? A jar fragment and a list? For all you know, I could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when these pieces of evidence were discovered, and if they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. That's it. Him and his stupid-ass lightning bolt hair. Oh, see? You don't like it either? Yeah. Throw all the insults at this guy. When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Oh? Indeed, I believe it will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. Alright, Udeji. In return, though. I know. That plate's right. What? Alright, let's press him on the rearranging the crime, because that was a little sketchy to me. Breasts. Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there is one very large benefit you reap from all this. Oh? I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? What do you mean? Where are you now? You are chief prosecutor, or chief of police, sorry. Chief prosecutor's other lady. Oh? The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to chief. That is in itself sufficient motive. Oh, what are you, Santa? Oh, it's a good one. I hate his music, by the way. Do you really think I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already lined to become the next chief. The resolution, merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yeah, he was going to be made chief anyway. Yeah. Be careful in pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one being pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. For your partner! Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. I want to punch him. Okay. There's out in the open now. Udaiji, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do. Why do they want to change your testimony so often? I'm just saying. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. That's the one we're obviously pressing. Nothing in it for you? Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You're right, you don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Okay, Santa. Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would I have helped someone out? It's Lana. It's obviously Lana. True, you might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, if it appears you positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not okay. Very well then. Who is this person? Lana! He's a posture check. The defendant? I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister? Lana. And as for the Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. If you ask me to. Anyway, that reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how would he profit from all this? He'd be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Okay. Oh, wait. You must mean puppet as in someone. I'm dead. Anyway, I'm gonna skip that. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana? Of course, she should be quiet, yeah. Thank you for the hydrate. Everyone drink some water. I'm afraid without any proof, all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless... What I'm talking about? The murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. I'm in control. I hope that's lemonade. But I'm drinking water. Worthy, you better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? Order! 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 I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious. Huh? This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency to accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder? That's impossible! Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. Don't say! Hold on, let me pause this here. Okay, hold on. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. No letting go, no holding back. Oh, anyway, it looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright, that the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder? Would you rather cry in a Benz or a Honda? A Honda. I can't afford to fix a Benz. I can barely afford to fix a Honda. It's a lot cheaper to fix a Honda, though, you know? I will also cry if someone gives me a lot of money. Thank you. Right? That's a normal thing, right? I was like, what did Brud do to Kiana? I'm dead. Let's get Kiana a lot of money in 2024. Manifesting more money. Everybody, we're manifesting more money to come to us in 2024. That's what it is. We're gonna make more money, you know? Make more money. Oh, was I the suspect? I'm dead. You just will destroy a Benz. No, I was just thinking, like, you know, car maintenance is expensive and Hondas are a lot cheaper to fix than a Benz, you know? I'm genuinely sad that I'll only see you again next year, Kiana. I know. I believe it's gonna be all right, though. It's gonna be all right. I like how those are like just an instinct. They fucking know that you're a menace to me, bruh. Uh-huh. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I can't stand his fucking suit. I see. All right then, let's see what Mr. Wright's got. And it better be good. Show us the evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman. Oh my god. I really don't know. Okay, Kiana, big brain this, big brain this. We have so much fucking evidence. Okay. Okay, let me... But, okay, so how... Where did... Marshall find his ID? I know where we found it. Fuck, I don't remember what he said. I feel like it had something with the ID, though. These don't seem right. Go with my gut. Me? A menace to you? I feel gaslit right now. I feel so gaslit. I'm not gonna listen to that. Well, Chief, so long as Righto here is tossing out things regardless of their relevance, mind if I toss something too? The shoe should do nicely. I'll chuck it right at you. You always were quite the joker, weren't you? Oh, yep. Okay, my gut was wrong. My gut was wrong. Okay. Okay, maybe it was the record then. Not the ID. Okay, so I was close. I was close. I was close. I literally had the right thing. Literally had the right thing. Okay, okay, okay. The record. The one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list who we couldn't determine the owner yesterday. 777777. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that that's my card number. It's your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. You don't mean. I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7777777. The same as the remaining ID card numbers on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Oh, this is the music I love, though. Right here, right here. Order! Order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense search of my office was in violation of regulations, and I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Chief Gant, say you admit it. Oh, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime? What about it? I'm chief of police. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I haven't seen him in days. It's because he's been dead. You haven't seen him in days, Chief Gant? I'm afraid you just undone yourself. Ooh! On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? The trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. No, it isn't, Your Honor. The trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing: what transpired during that meeting. In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet the Chief Gant on the day of the crime. The lost item report. 100%. Where is it? Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filed a lost item report. He would have to give that report to the Chief of Police. Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to. Yeah, to transfer the evidence out. Oh, Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him. There's no way the murderer Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Get his ass. Get his ass. Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. I, Chief of Police, murdered poor Goodman. Yeah, exactly. But wait. The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, I believe you liar. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was the only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. Get his... Oh my god, look at the way he's drawn. Ah, hi, Cav. Cav, I love this case. Chief Gant, you didn't. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did you manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. I was about to use another N-word. I'm dead. It's so sexy when he talks law like that. Okay. Okay. I mean, that was gonna have to cancel Capcom. Imagine. I could see them doing that though, right? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence to move the victim's body. Chief Gant used this. I don't even know what he used. I'm not... Okay, what did I not pick? You know, what did we not pick? Order, you know, process of elimination. Oh, the screwdriver. He asked Edgy to bring it. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. What's that? A screwdriver? But what does that have to do with this case? Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here? It's here because... I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it in here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Oh, thanks for the hydrate. Now, there's a lot of talking in this fucking trial right now. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. Drink water, everybody. I mean, the body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body is moved by that car. Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yeah. Unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice. Miss Lana Sky. Order! Order! What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal of the defense's outrageous accusations? Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. I love when we tag team people. I fucking love it. Ugh. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please say something. I believe. I'm a piece of shit. Your time's up. My time's up. Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're gonna make it in time for the early bird special. I hate his music, too. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember, what if I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons. Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? This is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. So you're going to just run away after all this? Pussy. Run away. Don't make me laugh. Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman, that's what you're saying? But if I had any conclusive evidence, or if you had, sorry, you would have presented it by now. Well, I think I had Lana dispose of the body. If so, then show me your proof and get it over with. I don't have any evidence, I really don't. This court will not tolerate an accusation against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright, Your Honor, do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gantz murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Guy dispose of his body? I don't have proof yet. Absolutely do not. See you, Reggie? In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations. What? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Righto. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. I'll leave the rest to you. I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to the senior officer of our nation's law enforcement agency. Wow. Oh. Lady Luck? Maybe we should have a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't had the honor of hearing her testimony. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gamp has invoked his right. There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer. Oh, Lana! Who is this person? What do you mean, who is this person? I feel like this judge is sometimes so slow. Like, you know? Like, we have to explain everything to him all the time. It's kind of annoying. Does such a witness exist? Yep. Miss Lana! The defendant, Ms. Lana Sky, she was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 on February 21st. The way the music changes just hypes me up. Honestly, it's really good. You're not wrong. Her task to dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution has no objections, Your Honor. Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. Imagine you on trial and your defense attorney and the prosecutor starts jumping you. Right? Hold on. Why are you back? Leave me alone. Listen, good, Lana. Oh, look at him about to threaten our witness. Unbelievable. He's talking to Lana. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. You see? Oh, your stupid suit. Of course, she'd never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. All right, then. I've got a lunch date to meet. Okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess. Ugh, it's so long. February 25th. Yep. Looks like we've managed to stay in the game. Thanks to your help, Edgeworth. That chief, he's something else, eh, pals? Detective Gumshoe. I'm not detective anymore. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Oh, don't worry, I've already decided where to work now. At your office. We're gonna pay. What? Sure, I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. Could he mean Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How will he always get in the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said? But Chief, that's not a right to be casually revoked. There are certain risks to be considered. I have a lunch date to meet me and the jury said, and I hope you choke on your croissant. Croissant? You almost made me drop my croissant. He refuses to testify. The opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too? Mm-hmm. Emma, are you okay? Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. Sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah. Now I finally know what happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man, and she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside, to force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. Yeah, tell her. Tell her. Chief Gant may be a fool to everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. You better get back. It's time for the final act. No, I'm going with you. Okay. Whatever. Croissant.